Hi guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're gonna talk about, it's an article that's highly specific, but I mean it's a good read regardless because it's more generally for small businesses, and you might be able to pluck a couple good nuggets from it anyway. Quick read. But the title of this article is "Small Business Insurance Basics for Pet Groomers," right? And it's not as straightforward as most businesses because pet groomers are, I mean, in 2021 we spent, as the article states, over 100 billion, what is it, 123 billion on pet care, right? So it's obvious that pets are part of our, as a society, part of our family, right? And we take good care of them. So when we send them and trust that they will be taken care of with a pet groomer, it's a lot of responsibility. So this article goes through kind of for your pet groomers. Obviously, you have the property, your facilities, your tools. You want property insurance for that. Great. General liability is a huge part. Liability in general is a huge part for pet groomers and small businesses in general. But that will obviously cover for kind of your slip and falls, your third party damage to, let's say you damage property of a very expensive dog collar or something like that. Things like personal injury, invasion of privacy, copyright infringement, things like that, GL will cover. And it could all be packaged in what's called a BOP, a business owner's policy, where property and general liability are packaged together. Insurance carriers kind of found that small businesses all have common risks, and because they're small, those risks aren't that large, so they don't have to devote a ton of underwriting resources to it. So they developed this product called the BOP, so that they can speed up the process of underwriting. You can have a policy, you're a small business owner, you can keep operating as such. The true value, I believe, in this article are the extra coverages that you really want to consider as a pet groomer, right? So there's a coverage called Bailey's coverage, and when you hear that, all you have to think about is dry cleaners, right? Like, you, just like the dry cleaners, for a pet groomer, as the owner, you are in control and in the care of property that is not yours. Okay, so if something happens to that property, and I know I'm not referring to pets as property in a crude way, or linking them to an item of clothing, but for the purpose of this coverage, you are being entrusted with the care of a person's dog or a person's cat or any other pet animal. Bailey's coverage would cover you if anything were to ever happen to that animal. Okay, you really want to have that coverage. I know we say consider it, but you basically need to buy it. Another consideration is called inland marine. That's basically like a perennial floater, right? So like it covers property that's not at a physical location, right? It's almost like an open slate policy that can be almost written to your specific risk and needs. Depending on your specific risk, if you're like a traveling if you're like a traveling pet groomer, that may be best for you, because your commercial auto policy, which you also need, may not cover some of the property that may be in your grooming vehicle. Nor would your property policy cover it as well, because it's mobile, it's moving, it's not a physical location. The other standalone policy that's also good to consider is E&O, errors and emissions. And that's basically good to have just in case you have any claims about your service that were misrepresented, right? Or you left out or misrepresented your abilities to provide adequate grooming service, right? And you get sued for that. In a litigious society like ours, that's not bad to have either. So all in all, for a pet groomer, not only do you want that BOP, right, GL property must-haves, but we believe Bailey's is a very good one to have. If you're a traveling groomer, perhaps you even add inland marine. And E&O for every small business is also a must-have. And then one that I have not spoken about, because it's a must-have if you have employees, is workers' comp. So hopefully this was helpful, guys. Any questions, obviously, just write them down there at the bottom, and we'll get to them as quickly as we can. Thanks for stopping by. Take care.